This situation just keeps getting crazier as we have a major Houston Rockets update as they head into their final stretch of games here, trying to hold on and clinch the number 2 seed in what is a very tightly contested Western Conference. Welcome in here to Rockets Digest. I'm Jace Andrews, and I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to spend it with me here on Rockets Digest. And if you are new here, go down there, hit that subscribe button. We are really growing fast, and I want you to be a part of the first 100 subscribers here on Rockets Digest. All right, let's get into this and kind of talk about the upcoming game against the Clippers. And I want to go straight to a quote here from NBA.com contributor John Schumann saying this, quote, "Their Week 25 schedule does not give the Rockets a guaranteed win to clinch the number 2 seed. Instead, it gives them 3 potential playoff previews with their game against the similarly hot Clippers, serving as the most intriguing matchup," end quote. And what makes it even more intriguing is that is a clinching game, as if the Rockets can come out of this matchup and win, they will clinch that number 2 spot. And something also, they are facing a team that they could potentially face in the first round of the playoffs. We talked about this in a previous video, shout out Donovan, by the way, but the biggest matchup saying here could come against the Los Angeles Clippers tomorrow, who are likely to be their first round opponent if James Harden and company can pull out their first win in the play-in tournament, next week. And on top of that, Rockets could potentially clinch that number 2 seed and then opt to rest some players for their final 2 games of the year, which come against the Los Angeles Lakers and the Denver Nuggets, 2 opponents who, again, they could also face in the postseason. So this final stretch of games is huge for many different reasons. The first one, obviously, being to clinch the number 2 slot. And the report here coming that Ime Udoka wants to win tomorrow. He wants to win against the Clippers. Obviously, you want to win, but I want to get this done so that when I face the Lakers, when I face the Nuggets, I'm not worried about resting my guys. I'm not worried about, upcoming, I got to get the 2 seed. It's, hey, let's take a step back. We have done way above expectations this year, and let's get some rest for our guys. And so the one thing interesting also about this Clippers matchup is that they have not faced Kawhi Leonard. And we get this again from NBA contributor John Schumann saying, quote, "They're 3-0 against the Clippers, but they haven't faced Kawhi Leonard in more than a year. And with this game being the second of a back-to-back for the Clippers, it's possible they won't see him on Wednesday either," end quote. So you have that added on to it. Rockets, obviously, you get the break. You don't play. You didn't play on Monday. You didn't play on Tuesday. So now you have the game coming up here on Wednesday against Clippers where you can, first of all, not have to worry about winning against the Lakers the next night to clinch that 2 seed. Obviously, you're in a very good spot. I mean, looking at the Western Conference standings, it's definitely a very tight race still, but it's also the Rockets separating themselves for the past couple of games. And honestly, I truly think this may be the best stretch of games from any team in the NBA. Down flat. I know. The Cavaliers have won 15 and 16. I know the Thunder have been great stretches. But this stretch, where they have lost 2 games against Denver and against the the Lakers, has been impressive. And I know the whole thing coming out, though they were against below 500 teams. I get that. I understand. But to win this amount of games in this short amount of time, I mean, it's just incredible. Especially for a young team like this. Obviously, you get those losses and you think, okay, well, that's the end of the win streak. They're gonna lose some games. Now, they lose to Denver. They win 3 in a row against, again, subpar teams, Atlanta, Utah, Phoenix. They lose to Los Angeles, and again, now they're going to lose. Well, guess what? Then they beat Utah. They beat OKC, which, again, that's not a OKC team that is trying to play for anything right now. So somewhat of an asterisk on that game, but still, very good win. And then you beat Golden State in what was a scrappy contested matchup. And obviously, you make Steph Curry go cold. And everybody's talking about, Steph Curry on the lights, all this. I don't think it was Steph Curry's fault. I think it was the Rockets defense. It was the Rockets defense that really came in and shut Steph Curry down. The rebounding is there. The defense is there. And the NBA is realizing right now how terrifying of a matchup the Houston Rockets are going to be for anybody they play in the playoffs, not just potentially the Clippers or let's say the Lakers, but even the OKC Thunder. If they can make it that far to the finals, the Cavs, the Celtics, the Rockets are a team to be vied with, and the NBA is just realizing it. And Ime Udoka having time to game plan for these teams is going to be astronomical. We talk so much about how the Rockets have really struggled in back-to-back games. That's been kind of a thing all year. Obviously, you have a day break in between the LA games, between the Clippers and the Lakers. You want to get the win tomorrow, clinch the 2 seed. You don't have to worry about playing, everybody full strength against the Lakers, or for that matter, Denver, who, by the way, what the heck is going on with them? Don't know. Not worried about them in the playoffs anymore. I'll tell you that. Karma's coming for them. They ain't winning anything. So I think if you can have the time here for Ime Udoka, he's gotten a couple days to plan for the Clippers, potentially going to be without Kawhi Leonard, given they're playing the back-to-back. It's a time, especially with the Rockets having 3 games left and some teams still having 5 games left, to really rest up your guys. And one guy specifically that I really think deserves some rest is Jalen Green. People don't realize what he has been doing in the past 20 games in this win streak. He has been playing consistently night in and night out, 20-plus minutes, 30-plus minutes at times, and he's still putting up these amazing stats, almost 22 points per game. The big thing, again, a 6'4" guy, and he's getting almost 5 rebounds a game, a couple of those on the offensive side. The assist numbers are definitely up, especially with the return of VanVleet and Thompson in the past 2 weeks. It's a time for the Rockets to get that win and let him go sit. Because if you think about all the injuries and what has gone on with the Rockets over this 20-game stretch, obviously the Amen Thompson injury, the Fred VanVleet injury, Cam Whitmore's been out. There's been a couple players that stepped up. Tari Eason has stepped up. You've had Alperen Şengün who stepped up. But the thing is, Jalen Green has had to be the one to step up night in and night out in so many different facets. And I would love to just let him go take a rest. Go sit down. Go have a nice little leisurely chat, with Coach Udoka, and be able to just finally rest in some aspects. Because, listen, the NBA is such a hot sport, and the fact that such a young team in the Houston Rockets are putting up this kind of win streak, this close to the playoffs, it's finally sparking interest across national media. And obviously we've been following them all year. We know what they're capable of. But I think the national media is starting to realize how much of a threat the Houston Rockets are in the Western Conference because of them separating themselves. I cannot put it pretty much any more than this. They've separated themselves in such a good facet that they are in a world better playing the Clippers, Denver, and of course the Lakers. But I'm just excited here. I mean, this Western Conference is a very tight conference. And so being able to go out there, win a couple games, beat the Clippers, be done with, having to be full steam ahead for at least 2 games is going to be a nice thing. And I think it's going to happen. So let me know down in the comment section what you think your score prediction will be for the Clippers versus the Rockets. And if you made it to the end of the video, well, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you next time, Rockets Nation.